Welcome back to the show, everyone. Craig and Jonah here. So Jonah broke our cardinal rule already. He came in prepared, like he has notes and ideas of what's. Well, and I guess I did too. I have a board over here with some things, but
Yeah, so I was watching Saturday Night Live this weekend and I was watching the news on there and I felt kind of inspired to do some Catholic news. While this may seem irreverent, it comes from a place of humor because if you can't laugh about things, sometimes they get a little stuffy and you can't take yourself too seriously.
we're neither reverent nor humorous, I think, most of the time.
I would also like people to know that there's only two, well, groups of people in person protected, and that is exorcists and Mark Wahlberg because they're out there fighting in the trenches every day for the Catholic faith, and Donnie not protected. So
Okay.
we'll move on to our top story.
All right.
A recent survey found that only 4% of Catholics use the church-approved method for spacing children known as natural family planning, which means 96% of Catholics can have sex without saying the following post-coitus prayer. Oh God, we have enough kids right now. Please let this month pass.
Yeah.
In other recent news, Pope Francis has recently taken away Cardinal Burke's salary as the pontiff. Sorry, Pope Francis has recently. We can take that out, can't we?
I can edit it out.
All right, sounds good.
Keep going.
In other news, Pope Francis has reportedly taken away Cardinal Burke's salary, as the pontiff didn't see why he should continue to subsidize Burke attacking him and the church. When Burke found out, the 75-year-old cardinal replied, "But Holy Father, how will I be able to afford my fancy shoes?" Chris Christie also made an official announcement this week that he has changed his stance on same-sex marriage due to the recent Vatican ruling, and that he and his wife of nearly 40 years were eager to try some different positions instead of having the same old sex they typically have.
Oh gosh.
This week, there was speculation that Pope Francis hinted that the requirement for priestly celibacy will be lifted. To which a large group of married guys spoke out and said, honestly, it may not be all that different, so don't get excited.
Yeah, that hits a little close to home.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
An Indonesian priest was criticized recently for blessing a dog wedding, which cost more than $13,000 and included a procession fitting to that of a human wedding. In the priest's defense, it sounded like he was continually being hounded by the bride to perform the ceremony and gave in after the bitch went back down. Brittany Spears wanted to get married in the Catholic Church recently. In 2021, she announced on Instagram that she is Catholic and attends Mass, and she has repeatedly posted prayers, including the Hail Mary, on social media, but they have denied her access to marriage in the church since she isn't officially Catholic. To which I'll speak for every married middle-aged man in America who was a teenager in the 90s. Come on, Father. She looked great as a Catholic schoolgirl. Let's just see what her wedding looks like. And that is this week's Uncharted Catholic News.
Oh my. It's we need more humor out there.
Yeah, I think that, Cardinal Burke, if he heard the shoes joke, it hit close to home, I think.
Yeah.
Because one of the first things I noticed when I saw him was his shoes.
Yeah. Well, and if he can't laugh about it, he should probably he should go to confession and get.
I don't think that was too bad.
No, I think he'll find it funny.
Yeah, I'm sure he's just a humor-filled guy, it seems like.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe and give us a like.
Or any comments, send the hate mail down below.
Yeah. We're not picky.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, we're gaining a lot of followers and subscribers, and sometimes I can tell kind of which videos are doing it and some I can't, which it's hard to. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's good that I don't know which episodes or which content people find the most compelling or whatever, because we want to remain authentic here, even if it's authentically bad.
We are authentic.
So
we don't sugarcoat anything, and yeah, it's real.
All right, well, folks, you'll have to let us know if you like the Catholic news. You want us to continue, you're going to have to let us know so we can enlist Jonah into that, because the price he pays for this is it wrecks his Google and YouTube algorithm and takes away pro wrestling and fishing videos.
That's true. It does disrupt everything.
Yeah, it dilutes the masturbation stuff a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I'm getting more Chris Christie news.
Yeah. Ooh, we appreciate your service and sacrifice.
Well, thank you.
All right. Anything else?
No,
Uh,
that's the news.
okay. Well, this is a story I wanted to tell, and we'll put it at the end so there's less chance my wife is still listening. I told Jonah the other day, I says, make sure I tell you about the egg story.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So let me tell you about the egg story, and
Okay.
I think a lot of men out there will be able to relate.
Okay.
So it was this past weekend. I don't know if it was day before New Year's or whatever. And I went up to the grocery store. I don't know that my wife told me to get eggs, but we always need eggs. We have a bunch of kids and we eat a lot of eggs. So pretty much anytime I'm in there, I grab an 18 pack of eggs. And so I went in there to grab some eggs, and they had one box of 18. I was like, I bet there's broken eggs in there. There's no way if someone just leaves 118, like I'm the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So I grabbed the box and open up, and sure enough, there's one cracked egg in the corner,
Yeah.
which I don't care.
Yeah, it's just one egg.
Just one egg.
Talking like 20 cents, maybe.
Yeah. Well, and
Maybe a
so and so I grabbed the box and I get up to the cash register, and I says, by the way, there's a broken egg in there. And I said, I'm telling you, not because I care, because my wife will care.
That's funny.
And you need to protect me from what I know is going to be waiting for me at home.
You need like a slip or something that says.
Well, I says, is there a discount? I will gladly pay for 17 eggs. Not because I care about the price of the egg, but my wife will care. And I care because my wife will care, and I don't want to get interrogated when I get home. Nor do I want to have to make another trip back into town to fight over one egg. So I'm going to do it right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, no, we can't. I'm like, okay, can you at least say I tried? I asked for a discount. Just say you gave me a discount. No, we can't do that. And I'm like, please help me. Otherwise,
I'm begging you.
I might just put the carton back. It's not worth the hassle at home.
The 17 eggs are not worth the hassle.
Not worth the hassle. And I don't want to see the whole thing get thrown away.
Yeah.
Because 17 eggs, we'll eat 17 eggs.
For breakfast.
And personally, it has already not been worth the amount of time I spent talking about this one egg. But it will cost me more time at home trying to explain how I came home with an egg carton with a broken egg in it.
It's true.
So here it is. The poor person, I was like, oh man, I regret this because now the line's backing up.
Oh.
They're calling to the back, and I'm just like, but I just knew, like I knew I knew what was going to be waiting for me at home. I had to have an answer or an alibi or
the
something.
only thing you could have done is when you walked in through the door, you could have just started making eggs, and then she wouldn't have known it.
Yeah, that's right.
You just start cracking them open as you walk in, eating them like Rocky.
Yeah, start. Well, or I could just. The most believable thing is I would drop it on the way in, and there's a broken egg.
Oh,
but I did.
Well, that's way smarter. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to get chewed out.
You don't want to be inauthentic, or you make a mess then.
Yeah. So I said, like, and so finally they went to the back of in the room in the back where they found another carton of eggs, which okay, yeah, which I didn't need the eggs that bad, but I just knew from experience that if I came home and pulled out a carton of eggs and there was one broken, that there would be a whole line of questions that I'd have to answer.
It's a lecture.
Yeah. Well, it's just inquiry, maybe. But
I think that. I mean, I can't speak for your situation, but I think sometimes you're given guidance.
Yeah.
You know how to avoid that situation in the future.
Yeah. Well,
and really, you went through all the proper protocols, even above and beyond.
Yeah.
What I think most people would do.
This is a 20-year veteran here, young guys.
Listen up, your boys.
All the young boys that are listening, this is going to be valuable information to you. Maybe the most valuable piece of information you'll get out of this podcast.
Because it's the little things.
It's the little things.
it is more so the little things than some of the major things.
In part because you let your guard down and you don't think it's no big deal to
Perhaps it's because you get the major things right. And so there's nothing left to pick on except for things like eggs.
That's right. When you're just so good.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying really, like I think that's a realistic possibility. I don't know.
Yeah. Now, in my wife's defense, I'm not sure what a year ago it would have. I know exactly how it would have gone.
Mhm.
Now I don't know. Things are different now. Things are much better.
Try it out. Put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, right. So, but they ended
You're
up
not stupid.
they traded out the cartons. So some other poor unsuspecting guy probably went home to his wife and had that experience. So sorry, buddy, if you're listening to the show.
That's funny.
I dodged one and you didn't. So
Yep. With that, or they just threw it all in the trash.
yeah,
I mean,
that's just it. I was like,
yeah.
that's probably what's going to happen, or they're going to have to take an egg out of another carton, and then they're going to have to throw, like, no one's going to buy an incomplete set of eggs. So I don't know. It's just as I was sitting there, I just felt trapped because I was like, I can't just go home without it. But yet now, once I started this chain, the poor people at the store were trying to. And I'm like, hey, look, I don't care about the other egg. I just need a story that I can bring home to my wife.
See, and
They
you know,
took
I
20
think
cents off or something.
I
like
might
that.
have been satisfied with just saying, well, I talked to the person behind the counter and they, couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, see, my wife is on a very first name basis with these folks.
Oh.
She probably would have checked out my story on the way on the next time in. I can't take those chances.
That's true. Well, yeah.
Let that
Well,
be
that's great advice, though.
yeah, let that be a lesson to you.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
all right. Well, thanks for the news. Thanks. Now I won't be able to get Chris Christie out of my head. Appreciate that.
Same old, same old.
That's right. So, all right, Jonah.
All right.
Thanks for that. Thanks for listening, everyone. And
Yep.
until next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one.